What's going on, guys? My name's Max. I'm a bloke of average fitness trying to get to above average fitness, and today you join me in the car on the way to Thames in Oxfordshire. We are heading over to Thames to meet a guy named Josh, who very kindly offered to take me out on a ride around his local route, which goes through the Chilterns. I know recently I've been saying I'm not very good at climbs, and today is going to be a continuation of that because there's probably going to be a bit of climbing today. Stay tuned for watching me probably die, but I will cut back on the ride. All right, update. Last clip I was in the car. Josh has had a puncture already.
Have a look at that. And I used to run tubes, but this is why I run tubeless now.
This wasn't the point that I was going to get you to introduce yourself, but...
Hi, I'm Josh. And we're about to plug on my intro. So, Dynaplug, this little metal pen case. You get a big plug, and you get this sort of missile looking plug. The tyre wants to stay up though, so what we'll do is we're going to just deflate it. But yeah, we basically pinch the tyre, push it in, and that's it.
And then what, you just leave that sticking out?
Yeah, and then that will eventually disappear. But this is why I run tubeless, because, what's it, 2 minutes?
Yeah.
We'll be back on the road. It's a little bit of faff, but it does work.
See, I know my comment section is 50-50 on tubeless versus inner tubes. And to be honest, that is a battle that I don't think is ever going to be won by either side, but I think tubeless is the way to go. We'll do an update on how that tyre gets on.
Oh, welcome to the vlog. The 90 kilogram 6'3" group out on a ride in the Hamilton Valley. Look at this, the bluebells are out, sun's out. The tyre's held. I didn't put too much air in it, but that's going to hold me to the calf, then we're going to get the pressure back up. Morning. And there we go. Look at this guy.
You were talking about the climb we've just done.
Yeah, we've been talking about climbing. It's 3,000 feet of climbing, which seems a lot, but me and Max has been talking about it. I don't want to go into it loads. But if you just take it steady on the climbs, it's my top tip. You can smash them. But we've left from Thames up to the Chilterns. We're on the Hamilton Valley now, and we're probably about to turn the camera around in a minute. Then we're going to go through Henley on Thames to Velo Life, and then back up to a place called Stoner Park. So if you're like near this area, here we go, turn the camera around, have a look at this, go on the right, it's beautiful. There's not a lot of cars here. It's the perfect like 80k loop for me, I think. And yeah, if you're in the area, get over it.
Get down it.
A lot of people from London come to Windsor, and that's literally like 10 miles from Henley. Yeah, I was saying to Max, we were chatting about like climbing, but what I was saying to Max is if you can, get over to somewhere where the climbs are much more forgiving, and it just gives you that confidence when you come back to England, for example, and you've been on a climb for an hour, and then a 10-minute climb you're facing England, you just think, I can do this.
Now, luckily for me today, I'm off the back of a bit of a deload week in the tri prep, so this week's been a bit easier. So my legs have got a little bit more juice in them. I've managed to pick up a shoulder injury somehow. I think it's bicep tendonitis, where the long head of the bicep attaches to the shoulder. It's just strained, which has meant swimming is pretty tough. Luckily, it doesn't affect the bike. So I'm just gonna smash these rides out. Legs are feeling a bit tight though, so I've just been doing a load of mobility on them. So update, 32k in, feeling good. We've just made it to Marlow, and now we're heading out to Henley. should be there pretty quick. We've been absolutely pacing it. Fucking hell. My God, we are flying now. 38k an hour. 37k an hour. Jesus. Ripping my legs off. I grew up around Henley and this place is just so beautiful.
It's literally up there, 2 little climbs there, across and then we're there. Oh,
Sick.
probably like 8 minutes.
Alright, 47k in and we are nearly here. I'm not being funny, I am ready for a flat white. I did have a coffee before I left to charge up, but that has quickly been depleted from the little but relatively intense hills that we've done. So time to get to the calf, no doubt load up on some coffee and cake. Morning. And I also want to ask Josh about his bike because that S-Works is mega. So maybe we'll do a little bike check. It says 27.5k an hour, but we have been ripping for the last sort of 20 minutes. Fucking hell. I'm knackered. They don't do bike fitting or anything anymore.
No, they used to. If you want to weigh your bike,
They pulled up at Velo Life. It looks like an old little pub. Proper mega spot this. But we just bumped into Josh's mate Chris, who has also got a mega S-Works with 80... Are they 80mm wheels? 85s? 80, 85. Absolutely nuts. And did you say you both had air roads before this?
Yeah, both had arrows. He had a CFR, I had an SLX, and then I switched to this, and it's like night and day.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, there can't be anything much better than an aero, surely. And then you get on an SL8 and it's just like ridiculous.
I was saying to them earlier, these roval bars are just unreal. Probably can't even see on the camera, but Jesus. Let's do a bike check. Chat to me. What are you running?
we've got an SL8 in 58 slammed Dune Impasso white, which is like a marble effect. Standard seat post, but not 15 degrees. So I like the straights, how the pros run it, and I'm a pro. So. But no, I just felt like it was a bit of a reach. So then I went for the straight one. There's one that sits back, like your seat post, sits back a bit. Disclaimer, my zip wheels, so I've got 454s, hookless. They're very safe. I know a lot of people are scared about hookless. I run tubeless for 30s, Vittoria Pros. My rear wheel bearing exploded. Zip are really good. And again, it's a second wheel set on the rear that I've had. They're sending me a third wheel now. And they're getting sorted through Ride 24/7. Big up Ride 24/7. Love you guys. SRAM red, but the old style. 48/35 at the front, 12 speed. I do love SRAM. I think it's so cool. And then just usual stuff really. But that's the bike really you need to look at.
Chris, you want to do a bike check?
You can do a bike check.
Yeah.
58 SL8 in what they call a Dove Grey. So this only came out last year, I think, and towards the end of last year. Dura-Race 11 speed, so I haven't gone 12 speed. I prefer 11 speed for the hoods. Ceramic speed oversized pulley wheel. It's carbon tyre 52/36. Altitude top cap 38/90 stem. Wahoo Zip 858. Galfa rotors 160/160. Carbon bottle cages. Panama saddlebag. Ceramic speed bottom bracket. 4i power meter. Left hand crank power meter. Ceramic speed headset.
The list keeps on going. I can safely say this is the lightest bike I've ever touched in my life. It is insane.
I've tried.
Yeah, that saddle's mad.
Also,
Full carbon.
There is nothing to this saddle.
Just broke it.
it looks unbelievably uncomfortable, but
It's not a rude question. How much?
this is different level. This is different level. I'm out of my weight bracket here.
Irresponsible.
To be fair, for
Those Vector rear hubs sound outrageous.
they're loud, aren't they?
Mate, I had a little go on this a second ago. Listen to this. That's amazing. In the sunlight as well, that carbon glare.
They shine. The marbling, I don't even know if you can see it on the camera, but oh my god.
My first bike I bought, still got it, from B-Twin. It was £750, Ultegra, aluminium carbon fork. It's the best bike I've ever had and it will do the job, this one will. So you don't have to spend a lot of money to do this at all. But like that guy says, I don't know if he'll be in the video, this man just said, sat down with his wife. The equipment does help and it just makes it a little bit easier. So, same story.
This was a massive jump, and I found going from the tri-band that I was on before I started YouTube to the Giant that I was on was a massive jump, monumental, and then the jump from the Propel to this again is that same jump again. It's just like, you always think when you're on the bike that you've got, this is fantastic, like I don't know how it could get better, and then you jump onto the next bike, it's like, oh my god, this is ridiculous. Having said that though, still riding the same distance.
Exactly. I just rode that bike as well, feels exactly like this one. But it just is, this is more dialed into me, and I'm sure that's going to be more dialed into you. Oh, and we're setting up a cafe, it's called Flat White or F Off, you beep it out.
If you are ever in the area, Henley on Thames, Marlow, Velo Life Cafe, very nice, big cycling culture here, there's loads of them.
Nice to talk to you.
So, update, 52k in, just left the coffee shop. Feeling good, had a little flat white and
You have coffee legs.
coffee legs.
They are
To be
a thing.
fair, my
It's in the dictionary.
my left knee is hanging on by a thread.
Is it?
So I need to get this sorted ASAP because it's not good, but feeling relatively good. That cookie, I think, oats cookie or something, that has perked me up nicely. I think I'm going to make sure that I'm taking on enough fuel for this second leg, and yeah, continuing to enjoy the Oxfordshire countryside with some absolute weapon bikes. A year ago I probably would have felt extremely out of place riding with these guys, but this is like prime example of how it looks intimidating, but just the community within cycling, people are lovely, like just lovely guys. So we just come up a climb. I'm having some real issues with my knee. I feel like I've got no power in my left leg, so I'm having to overcompensate with the right leg. And it's making climbing a lot harder than it needs to be. But that was like a long, slow incline with about 5 or 6%. Go back, 5 or 6%. I'm flagging now. Nice to meet you, pal.
Nice to meet you, mate.
See you soon.
See you on the next one.
Yeah, man. Alright, just dropped off Chris. He's heading back to his gaff. And now apparently we've got a nice little descent back to where we started. good. God, that was rapid. God, going down descents like that. If that's that good there, imagine what Mallorca's like. Right update, 83k in. It's been a good ride. These boys have ripped my legs off.
Have you got time for a demi, a Clara,
Yeah?
and a half?
Yeah?
That'll fix the legs. You've got to finish the ride with a recovery shake.
Okay, so it's been a bit of a time jump. Basically, once again, the GoPro died. I'm back home now. I'm going to break down the stats from today's ride. So we did 90.93 kilometers, 841 meters of elevation gain, 3 hours and 15 minutes moving time, average speed of 27.9. On the way out, we were moving like relatively sort of like easy pace. And then when we started climbing, obviously that was like the pace went right down because obviously climb's a climb. On the way back, we were smashing it, like absolutely flying. My legs fell off so quickly on the way back, it was a joke. But I knew these guys were going to be really strong on the bike, and I'm pretty happy that I was able to hang on for as long as I did. Just another perfect example of putting yourself out of your comfort zone. If you're new to the channel, I never would have done anything like this. Like, the guys that I was riding with today were super strong. A year ago, I would have felt extremely out of place on a ride with them. Don't get me wrong, they are definitely a lot stronger than I was. But as good as cyclists as they were, they still looked after me and, you know, were really happy to sort of chill at my pace, which was fantastic. So yeah, Josh, Chris, massive shout out to you guys. I'll leave a link to their Instagrams down below. Lovely blokes, and yeah, hopefully we'll be doing some more riding together soon. My left leg is in so much pain right now, so I'm very much looking forward to getting that bike fit done and sorting this out. But in terms of the video, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it as always. If you made it this far, drop a comment and a like. I will see you guys in the next video.